Welcome to Do the Talk podcast. Here's the real estate podcast that teaches regular people like you how to invest in real estate. If you would like to learn and grow in real estate, you have come to the right place. Keep in mind, we've always said this is not a get rich quick scheme. If you are ready to learn and grow with us, you have come to the right place. So, we want you to put in all the knowledge and put everything to practice. Knowledge is not the essence of gathering knowledge is not to just store it in your brain or put it on the shelf. You have to put it into practice. And when you do that, real estate has been proven to make you financially free. We all want this financial freedom. And real estate has been proven, tested to be a path to financial success. Today, my name is Ibrahim Ojeride. I am your host, and my co-host today is Ahmed Lawal. Ahmed, how are you doing today?
I'm 100% grateful to God. Between last week and now, a lot of things have happened. So I'm grateful that we are able to make it back here. Tonight, guys, we always do this live because we want to engage you. We want you to engage us so we can have a good conversation and be able to learn together, right? So if you are watching us and you have a question, make sure you drop it in the chat box, comment section, or anywhere that you are watching us from. And also, we are doing this free and we always come here every Friday, making sure we are dishing out all this information. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. That will help us a lot because now we can reach many people that need this information. So, the YouTube channel is on your screen. And please, we need these views to be able to reach a lot of people. That is what the algorithm is doing right now with YouTube. You need a lot of people to subscribe to your channel to able to push it out. So we are just, we have a goal of reaching 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So hopefully we can get there with your help. Tonight, Ibrahim, is going to be about vacation rental. It's one topic that a lot of people know about, but we hardly know what the intricacy, the ins and outs are. So, what is vacation rental? If you want to, go back to the basics so that our audience can understand.
Sure. Thank you. That's a very good question. So today, like Ahmed said, we are talking about vacation rental. A vacation rental, it is a temporary but short housing for people who are traveling for vacation. Now, when we say vacation, it does not necessarily mean all the trip has to be vacation. So vacation is like a label that they give that kind of strategy just because it is short term, very, very short, very temporary housing. So it can be for like visiting, it can be for like 2, 3, 4 days job, like a contract. But vacation rental, that's how they label it. So if I can explain further, so it's still when somebody goes for like a 2 to 3 days therapy somewhere, like a medical therapy, and they have to live somewhere, they can use that same vacation rental even though they are not going for vacation. So I just want to be clear that vacation rental is just a label for it because the majority of the people that book such kind of housing, they are going for vacation, 1 or 2 places. That's why it's labeled that way. um, so what is the main point here? The main point is that vacation rental is a short temporary housing mainly to achieve some 1 or 2 goals in that city or that environment. So people come from out of state, people come from in state but out of the city, to visit family, to have party, to have event, conference and all that. So vacation rental, those are the kind of housing that will accommodate such events, such you know activity that people want to participate or would like to participate in. A apartment will not do that because it's too short. They are not into the business of getting you a housing for just 2, 5, 7 days, 10 days, and so on. So Ahmed, I don't know if I answer your question, but the main thing here is that it's a short and temporary housing for people who need such housing.
Absolutely, that answered my question.
Right.
So another thing that I really want to touch on is what is the difference between vacation renter and midterm renter?
Oh, sure. That's a great question as well. So with vacation, like I said, it's a short and temporary housing. Now, midterm is also a temporary housing, but it is not as short as vacation rental. So to really make everything clear is that midterm renting is literally like 3 months to like 9 months most of the time. 3 months to 9 months housing. And the majority of the people that do midterm renting, they pay by month. So it's going to be like a month to month kind of transaction for about 3 to 9 months. Of course, we can see a landlord can choose to make it up to 11 months, or a landlord can say, I would let you stay in my house for 2 months. But the majority of the time, midterm renting, it is between 3 to 9 months. Now, who are the people that usually go for midterm renting? These are people that typically they are not here for vacation, because vacation most of the time is about 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and probably that's it. Or if you can see extended one like 1 month, majority of the time is done. Now with midterm, they are coming for a job, a like a medical treatment, that like a cancer, or like all this long-term treatment that requires you to keep coming to the hospital or the facility for extended time, like maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I've actually that reminds me, I had a I had a guest last year, and they stayed for 76 night. They stayed for 76 night. They wanted to extend it, but for some reason the transaction, because they booked the house. However, the government of Kuwait was paying for the stay. So for some reason, the transaction
Oh,
did
I
not,
see.
go through from Kuwait. So they have an agency that the government will send the money to in the U.S. and from the U.S. the agency will send the money to them, and from them it comes to me. So I was not really involved into like how they collect the money or how the money is disbursed, but I was told that there was an issue from Kuwait to the US, or maybe the agency received the money and did not send it to them. I'm not sure about that, and that's not the goal tonight. So anyway, um, that would have been a midterm renting because they are willing to stay more than 76. Now, because of that, what happened? They had to go to that agency, and that agency, kind of find them another property. So that is considered between
Yeah.
midterm and short term. But it would have been longer than that, and it would have been a perfect fit for middle term renting. So middle term, to cut a long story short, is where people come and stay temporarily, but it's way longer than the short term rental.
Absolutely. I asked that question because I know recently on this podcast we talk about middle term a lot.
Sure.
And now that we are kind of jumping back to vacation rent, I don't want our our audience to be confused and be like, what are you guys doing? So that's that's why I kind of ask that question. So just to buttress your point, vacation rental is usually shorter just because these are people that are probably traveling for pleasure or something of very, very brief. And midterm rental is usually a little longer than vacation rental. It could be as short as 1 week, but a lot of midterm rental professionals that rent guests and all that, they are typically professional that come into the city to work for a while. So in order not to go out of topic so much, another point I would like us to talk about is, as a host, what are the things that you think should be in the house for it to make a good vacation renter?
That's a fantastic question. So I'll start by giving a little background how short-term rental used to be and what it is right now. So short-term rental used to be where you put in a mattress. No, you put it in bed, put in a mattress, put some curtains and some couch, put in TV, buy some like this should be oven, refrigerator, um, and stove.
Basic amenities.
Yeah, just the basic washer and dryer. In fact, you might not put washer and dryer. Just put stove and that's it. And it's complete and people will still book it. Then the competition started growing. People started updating and putting more amenities because the more amenities it is, the more people will book. Because vacation rental, like it sounds, vacation. People are coming there to feel comfortable, to feel relaxed. Because the goal is to make people feel comfortable, like or even more than a hotel. Vacation rental has its advantage already because people are able to cook, they are able to get that full privacy. So before, you know, when it came out, there wasn't too much of options. People feel like it's because it's still better than hotel, regardless of if there's all these extra amenities. It was still looking good because that concept, it was just so good then. Like, okay, this is a place where at least me and my family we have a good time. We have dining and everything. We can dine together, stay in one place. I don't have to worry about running to another room back and forth. But like I said, the competition started growing and growing, and there are a lot of amenities you have to put in for to attract people because then people started the awareness spread out, and people and they begin to notice the difference between one vacation rental to the other and how cute one it is to the other. So my point here is that vacation rental is now sophisticated. If you are not ready to provide a sophisticated housing in this 2023, I'm sorry, I'm not sure you are ready for vacation rental because now you have to go beyond board by providing a lot of amenities as much as possible, and you have to keep upgrading the property because even the company itself, I'm going to use Airbnb as an example because it's like the model for the whole vacation rental. So they keep updating as well their platform. They want to know if you have this, you have that. Do you have stove? Do you have um, air dryer, like hand blow air dryer? Do you have um, baby diaper changer? Do you have like bite it in your toilet? Do you have this? Do you have that? They want to know all that. So it has changed where now you cannot just put anything in the house. So let me go to the point now. What are the things that are needed? What are the essentials? Okay, the essentials, we'll still go back to the basic, which is you have to have a couch, you have a bed, you have the mattress, you have to have a TV. It doesn't have to be TV in all rooms. It's up to you. That's like extra, but at least the living room has to have a TV. Now, the person that is paying for the rental, most of the time, that person stays in the owner's bedroom. So if that person is staying in the owner's bedroom, you want to give that person an extra treatment, which is putting a TV in that room. As for right now, we don't see that extra anymore, but it used to be like an extra treatment. Quite frankly, now it's not like it's like a standard right now. So a TV should be in the master, the owner's bedroom. Uh, the there should be like, all the cooking wares like pots, like um, coffee maker, and all that stuff in the kitchen. You should have like um, something for bread toaster, blender, microwave, refrigerator, freezer as well, because sometimes they come with ice cream, um, all these perishable items they want to put in the freezer, and you don't want them to have to go to Walmart to buy ice and all that stuff, So you have to take care of the basic dishwasher, washer and dryer. You have to have it. Now, will that get you all the deals? Not anymore. Now, what can you do to get all the deals or some of the deals? Now, you have to have a unique design. It's part of it. Now, you have to maybe throw TVs in other rooms. That's maybe, because that's, maybe. You have to have a king size mattress in one of the room, at least one of the room. Because, like I said, the person that pays the money will like to have that feeling like, okay, I pay for this, I have to be comfortable in that room. Most of the time, it's that person that makes that call the shot, that makes the decision of which room or which house to book. So you want that person to be on a king size mattress, which is understandable. As well, you want to have a comfortable, not just mattress, a comfortable mattresses. So all the rooms, the mattress should be comfortable, because of course we have some like cheap mattress where when you sleep on it, it's like all flat and not cushion and all that. You don't want to do that. You want a guest to come to your home and they give you a good, you know, promising a well written review, just because how they feel about your property. You don't want a guest and saying that your mattress is not strong enough, or it's too hard, or it's not comfortable. You don't want that. People now read reviews versus those years ago that it doesn't really matter. People just want, because that model is, whoever discovered that kind of exit strategy, we call it exit strategy in real estate. It's very genius. Nobody would have thought I will rent somebody else just to stay for 3 days, So it's very commendable. Anyway, back to my point. You have to make your house unique. Look for a nice accent wall. There are different ones online. Be creative. Do something very attractive. So when the guest comes in, they feel like, oh, this is nice. You we are not trying to be more beautiful than the hotel, but what you are trying to show is that you are a great alternative to the hotels. Because of course the hotel exterior will be so beautiful, the interior, everything, the way they design it, because it's a multi-million business, majority of them. So you're not trying to look better than them, but you want to look unique, where when somebody comes in, they feel like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm pretty sure I can't get this in a hotel, just because that kind of design, it's not something hotel would like to do. Hotel like to do a large scale design, where if they're going to design the kitchen, it's going to be very big kitchen, and the design is going to be all large and big. But yours is, it might be as little as, whatever size you can imagine, but make it unique. Okay, when you do that, make sure you have everything running. It is a bad idea for a guest to come in and they try to turn on the water, I mean the hot water, but it's bad, like water is not coming out. Situation where your water heater is bad, you have to make sure it's fixed. Vacation rental is where people want to come in and have fun, like feel like, okay, this is an hotel alternative. Or they come to the kitchen, they try to microwave stuff, the microwave is bad. No, it's not acceptable with vacation rental. So vacation rental, you have to be on top of your game by making sure everything is working. You have to provide, um, laundry, some laundry stuff like detergent, sometimes bleach and all those stuff. Just to make that person who is coming in, feels like okay, he has paid for the whole house, so he should be able to enjoy every aspect of that house, and laundry is included. You know, um, make sure you give them like a guide. You don't want somebody to come to your house and he or she is confused. Where is the spoon? Where is the cutleries? Where are the wine cups? Where are the this and that? You don't want that. So try to create a guide. Let that person know when you go here. This is that. This is that. One of the biggest one I'll mention today. You have to have a free Wi-Fi, like a good Wi-Fi, because people come in, they've already zeroed their mind, like
100%.
100% that you have to have a Wi-Fi. Now, what kind of Wi-Fi do you need? You need a very strong Wi-Fi because these people, sometimes 10 people, all of them have iPad, they have tablet, and they have laptops. Maybe the parent have laptop, they have to do some work, and so your Wi-Fi have to be strong. You have to have a dedicated workstation, a work table. It doesn't have to be a big office. No, just get somewhere that the whoever is needing that. I mean, it might be the person that pays for it. It might be their child or whatever want to do homework, assignment, or work at home job. Because some people actually they have to travel because it's urgent. At the same time, that person has to work. So a dedicated workspace is one of the biggie right now. So you have to have that. You have to be strategizing your pricing because um, at the end of the day, no matter how beautiful your house is, if you are overpricing, people are not paying attention to that. If you are overpricing, especially with the economy right now, you might not get booking. So you have to kind of watch and see what is going on in that area. What can you price your house where it's reasonable and realistic? That way you can get some booking. Actually, I just before I we start this podcast, I was actually adjusting my price. Honestly, my prices because yeah, I was adjusting the
Do,
prices.
do you do that manually?
Honestly, with you, I'm doing it manually. Honestly, with you, I'm using rule set because so the kind of strategy I'm using because I learned that from one of you know expert in short-term rental or vacation rental. This guy, he has more than 100 properties and he likes to use rule set. So with rule set, you can set a rule where every 2 days, whoever books for 2 days will get 20% off. And because of that, I'm able to open my calendar for 1 day, 2 nights, like 1 night or 2 nights, because the one night will be expensive. The second night will get 20% off and upward. So whoever comes in today can book just a night, but that person will pay more than the person who is doing second. I mean, 2 nights or 3 nights or 4 nights or and so on. So because of the rule set, I'm able to accommodate everybody. Now, all those platforms, they don't do rule set for you, but they will do the regular adjusting of price. Um, I might go back to like, I mean, go to like all this, guesting for hosts, all this ADNA and all that. There are different platforms there that can help me to manually, automatically adjust the price. But as for right now, I'm manually doing it myself. So, Ahmed, Sorry, we're having a glitch right now. So to wrap everything up, with short-term vacation rental right now, you have to do a little more. Be unique. Be good customer service. Try to be engaging. Like when someone reach out to you, like, "Hey, can I book your place for 2 days, 2 night?" Or, "Hey, I want to book your place, but my the money is coming from my company." As long as the person who is reaching out to you can provide the valid documentation or something that shows that yes, this is a company transaction. Be open to talk to people. I'm not saying blindly get somebody into your house. No, what I'm trying to say is that now a lot of construction companies, a lot of contractors, like clinicians and all those people, they are coming into to vacation and short-term rental as well, just they because the house is set, it's already ready, like it's furnished and everything, and they want that kind of housing for their employee, their customers, or their contractors or technicians. So they reach out to you, and don't just assume these people are coming to maybe fraud or anything. Just get the fact, be nice to them, try to connect, and that will help your business. So, Ahmed, I don't know if I answer some of your questions. You can go ahead with another one.
Yes, you did. Another thing I would like to add to what you said is, I mean, just like you mentioned before now, it used to be, as long as you have basic things that a person will need in the house, you are good to go, and you can always get a guest in your house and even be booked for a longer period of time. Now it has to be something crucial. You have to be very, very particular about the location that you are getting the renter at. Another thing that you cannot control, but you have to be mindful is Airbnb and these other platforms are now promoting unique houses
Yeah.
because they want their guests to feel like they are getting the value for their money. So
Yes.
they are promoting unique houses, which buttress the point that Ibrahim made just a few minutes ago. Like you need to make sure you find a way to set yourself apart from the rest. The competition is now huge. It's not something you can do without. You can avoid. Uh, I think it's getting to a place a point where if you are just doing regular stuff, before you know it, you will be outdated and you'll be pushed to the side, and it will be hard for people to rent your place.
True.
So yeah, that is something that one needs to be mindful of. Algorithm is now a big part because when we talk about short-term renting, vacation rental, Airbnb is the biggest platform of all of them right now. And if Airbnb is publicly making it known, like, okay, our algorithm is promoting unique property, our algorithm is promoting uh, uh, certain architecture, buildings, certain ancient buildings, tiny homes. That if you go on their website, that is what they're going to show you right away, which is telling you that they are serious about it. So it's very, very important that you set yourself apart. Another thing that I want to mention is the way midterm rent, no, vacation rental works is number of beds. So if you have a house that you can, if it is 3 bedroom but you only have 3 bed in there, they will count the number of bed and they will say, okay, maybe it can only take 5 or 6 people. But if you have multiple bed, let's say bunks and all that arranged in there, that will allow you to be able to host family that have kids. That will allow you to be able to host companies like the one that Ibrahim mentions, because these are employees, they are not boyfriend, girlfriend, they are not partners. They don't want to be sleeping on the same bed together, right? Because that's not what they used to. So they will be able to sleep on a separate bed. So it's very crucial if you can manage to have uh, many comfortable separate bed in the house so that it can accommodate more people. So Ibrahim mentioned review. I really want to hammer. Review is every damn thing. Every one of your guests before the book, they go and make sure they read the review that people write about you. So which boils down to customer service as well. So apart from making sure your house is unique and being set apart, you need to make sure that you are very responsive, reachable on time, and everything in the house is functioning. And also, uh, it is very, very crucial to use pricing too. I'm no longer doing vacation rental, but I think it is crucial. Reason being, it is okay to go in and adjust the price daily, but you don't know every event in the city that you are hosting at. You don't know days that you are supposed to raise your price like even beyond your own imagination, that people will still book it. But the way the pricing tool are set up is they know every event when a sporting event is happening, when a convention is happening, when you know bigger events in your city is happening. Those computers are tracking it, and they already know how many flights is coming in, how many people are coming in, the demand, and they have what we call historical data as well, in such that they can go back in days and be like, okay, in the 500 happened last year, this is amount of people that comes to Hindi, and this is how much we got booked last year. So they can use that same data to project what is going to happen this year. So it is very, very crucial if you're doing vacation rental to use pricing too. I mean, apart from getting the most of the business and making sure you are getting your fair share of the business, it's even take the stress of going in and editing the pricing every single day. It takes it out of the equation. So in my own opinion, I think it's a very great tool to have. So Ibrahim, why would someone rent vacation rental and not hotel? Why would anyone go to your house, for an example, and not an hotel?
So what we have seen, based on data and based on what the experts and people that have relate to that make research about this exact question is what they are saying is that people, majority of the people that book um, vacation rental, they are booking it because they want, first of all, they want to save money. Second, they want to have a place where everyone will be together in the same spot that is spacious enough to accommodate, the volume of people at the same time. Can they stay in a hotel? Yes, but majority of the time, everyone has to stay in different rooms, if especially if it's like more than 3 or 4 people. Most hotel two will be the average that they will let you stay together. You know, so with short term or mid term, I mean, even with mid term but precisely with your question, with short term renting, people are able to dine together in the same place, regardless of how many they are 10, 5, 6, 7. As long as they book the right house, there'll be enough space to be together. So it's very easy. It's an easy answer. Money They want to save money because imagine you have like 8 family and you are 8 in number in your family and you guys have to go to Arizona. You want to live in a hotel. Everyone like maybe 2 people in a room. That's 4 rooms. Okay. And let's say averagely you guys then go to, bougie and you just get a regular hotel and everything and you paying like $80 a night each room. When you look at 80 times 4, that alone is like 320. If I'm not wrong, that's like, is it 320 or 420? You know, 80 times 4, yeah, that's 320. So you're paying 320 per night.
You said you said 80 times 4. Yeah.
Yeah, 320 per night. You guys are not able to dine together. You have to go out to like their cafeteria or like a restaurant to eat. You cannot cook. Okay. Um, on top of that, when you're ready to sleep, everybody have to go to different rooms to sleep. Though it is the same, it might be the same roof, but different room might be as far as you have to go to another floor to get the other person. Now, with vacation rental, you can get a vacation rental for the same size of people, probably for like 150, $200 a night. So you saved 120 if you get it for $200 a night. Now, what are the benefits? You guys can dine together. You guys can cook what you want. You're saving money on the food. You're saving money. You're feeling good that you guys are living together. You're able to enjoy that memorable, vacation or occasion or whatever activity you are there to participate in. So to answer your question, I think it's just two. The majority of the time is two reasons: to save money and to have enough space to accommodate the family. So I don't know if do you have
Absolutely.
anything you want to
I
add to it?
100% agree with you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I agree with your point 100%. With the example you just gave, I mean, it's only unreasonable person will still think it's cost efficient to use an hotel. I'm going to add to that as well.
Sure,
You see, vacation renter redefine hospitality industry.
sure.
You can now see hotels building small kitchen, tiny kitchen into all these new hotels that they are building. Even the old ones, they are trying to restructure them because now they see the flow, they see where people are moving, and they see that, oh, we are missing on this huge part of the basic amenities that people require. Another thing that I will like to add is a lot of people's information got stolen while they are staying at an hotel
Oh,
by connecting to unknown Wi-Fi. So that is even security risk on its own. You can have a Wi-Fi that you are 100% sure that this is the Wi-Fi you are connecting to, because that is what the host have given to you, and they only give it out to their guests, right? Unlike hotel that I can go in there and name my own Wi-Fi, my uh, scam Wi-Fi, the hotel name, and have you connect to it. Now I have access to your
data.
device, and I can steal your information.
Yes.
So it's there's so much, yeah, there's so much in there that we can keep going into, but that's I feel like the two reasons that you gave is just too solid for an argument, and the one I just gave right now, even for me as a tech guy, I think I would think twice when it comes to connecting to any hotel Wi-Fi, just because of the risk that is there. I don't know what I'm connecting to, right?
Sure.
Whenever I'm lodging in an hotel, I always make sure I have my portable Wi-Fi with me, because I don't
Mhm.
want to connect to their Wi-Fi. Connecting to their Wi-Fi is just a no-no for me. Hotel, airport, any public area. So, Ibrahim, you as a vacation rental host, I want to. What are the things that other people that are listening to this podcast and want to be a host, what are the things that they should be careful for? Maybe some experience or maybe some setting or configuration in their listings. What are the things that you think will be helpful, like little tips that you think will be helpful for someone that is looking to become a host?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, in any business, if you want to start, you have to know what kind of model you want to go for. At the same time, you have to have a plan B. Like I mentioned earlier, vacation rental is not as the way it used to be. So, what is my point? My point is that first of all, you have to be prepared to go that extra miles by providing the making your property to be unique and to willing to explore another model, because as I'm talking to you, I'm a short-term rental guy. At the same time, I am transitioning into midterm, like I'm doing the two together at the same time, because I want to have a consistent and steady income. A short-term rental, vacation rental, uh, as we label it, it is a good source of income. It used to be, but right now, the way the economy is and everything, people that are traveling for pleasure has decreased nationwide. So my point is that you have to be prepared. You have to be flexible. As I'm talking to you, I'm still working on getting my foot, balancing my foot into the middle term renting. You can do the two together. That way, your business is well rooted, and that's the goal. You don't want to start business and within some month or a year you're out of the business. You don't want to do that. So, what are the other tips? The other tip is that you have to make sure you are getting the top of whatever services you pay for. I'll give you an example. If you want to, for example, you want to list your property, make sure you get a good photography. If the photography is not good, try to find a way to maybe get them out and do another one. It's very important because people that are looking at vacation rental, they are looking at the picture is what they see first. They don't know you, they don't know, like they, of course, they will see your profile and everything. When they after they have looked at the property and they are interested, that's when they start looking at your image or your profile. The first thing that they want to pay attention to is the pictures of the house, just to see how attractive it is when they get there, because the picture is what that's the only thing they could see at that moment. If the picture is attractive, beautiful, then they go to the next step, which is let me check out the host or the review and everything. So invest in that. Make sure you're getting a good photography. Make sure the presentation of the house is nice, which is put in a beautiful design, accent wall, put in some amenities that interest people. You know what you like. You know what people like around you. You know this some kind of activity that might, I mean, amenities that will interest people, that will kind of steer people to your own property. So try to invest in that and put it in your property. Now, the biggest one I want to tell you, because any business you start today, there's a high chance you won't make money right away. So before you go into the vacation rental, you have to be ready. You have to understand that the money is not coming right away. You probably gonna use your money to pay um, the mortgage for some time, or you are able to use I mean, you use your mortgage this your money to pay the mortgage this month. Next month, you make money that will pay the mortgage for 2 to 3 months. Before you know it, it might slow down again just because you are learning the strategies. You are learning how to price your property well. So all that learning curve, it's going to you have to pay the price for it. And it is what we are saying here that experience is the best teacher. However, we have to be prepared for that experience because some experience, of course, it's gonna make you stronger. But when it hits you, when you are not prepared, it can, it can, disrail you like from your rail, like derail your plan. You are going on the right track. You are going, you are trying to achieve that successful vacation rental host. However, because you are not prepared for the downside of the, tourists, people that are coming for activity or work or anything like that, and all you have in your mind is that you're gonna start making money and keep making money. No, sometimes it's gonna be so slow. As I'm talking to you right now, vacation rental is not as profitable as it used to be just because the way economy is. So be flexible, understand that you have to make your property stand out, understand that when you're in this business, um, um, a lot of people are also competing with you. So try as much as possible to be on top of your game. That is the simple advice I can give you. Of course, if you want to get more,
Absolutely.
you can reach out to me and we can talk further on this. Ahmed, go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I 100% agree with you. Being able to um being prepared before you go fully into it's a very good uh advice because I used to do vacation rental myself, and yeah, for a very long time, a lot of time I even break even, right? And there are some times that just one night I will just be smiling like, oh, this is just so great because of the booking that day. There was a day that one of the arbitrage unit that I have, 3 bedroom that I used to list on Airbnb. Someone booked that unit for $1,100, 100 and something, 1,100 and something, just for one night. But things like that don't come often, right? So there will be times that you will hit home runs, and there will be time that you will not. Another thing is uh I would say people should be careful of all these one nighters because a lot of the trouble I have when I was doing vacation rental is with one nighters. Those guys that come for just one night. Oh my god. It wasn't a pleasure or something that I want to keep remembering. This is something. This is they cause an event that even the news picked that they picked the event up. It started shooting, and before you know it, the news guys are on my doorstep. They are on my the guys I was renting the house from back then, Brad. They are on his door, like knocking his door and trying to get more information from him and myself. I have to like be like, and I was able to overcome that challenge because one, my mental state is I'm well prepared mentally. Secondly, I have a very good landlord back then because a lot of people will just throw you out with that event. They don't want to, they are living their quiet life. They don't want you to bring trouble to them. Whereas you don't intentionally do that, right? Just these guys that comes for the one night, decide to take their girlfriend or started fighting on woman or something like that and started shooting in a very safe neighborhood. That neighborhood is a very quiet and safe neighborhood close to downtown. So things like that can easily throw you out of business. So it will not only throw you out of business, now it will turn you against all the neighbors that love you, or maybe the people that support what you are doing before. Just one event can turn things around. So I would say, I'm not saying one. I mean, I hosted a lot of one nighters, so of course it's not a bad thing, but a lot of my headache comes from it. A lot of my headache comes from it. So make sure you vet the people that you want to host with. I think Airbnb now have a settings whereby if you don't want to host the people that live in that city, you are not going to be able to host them, because the people that live in the city that just host your house for one night are probably coming to do party. 9 out of 10. They live in that same city and they are trying to uh, rent your unit for that night, are probably doing it for parties. Not 100% of them, but 9 out of 10 are doing it for parties. So be careful of those people that stays in the same city as you and they want to get one night. So make sure you ask the right questions and vet them. Things happens, right? People, their house might not just have it for that night and they want to stay. So there's a lot of scenarios that people might need, but the bad eggs are the ones that make things harder for the good ones. So that is why I'm saying ask the right question. I'm not saying there won't be someone that actually genuinely need that house, but you need to ask the right question, not just to protect yourself and your business, because you've invested a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of resources into building the business. You don't just want to throw it out of the window. Uh, so that would be my own personal advice on that hand. So uh, before we wrap up, Ibrahim, people always, have this um, misconception when it comes to Airbnb and VRBO and Booking.com, Trip Advisors. Which one do there's a lot of platform out there and people have their own preference. Which one is your best pick, if to say, or which one do you lean more on, and how do you navigate all these many platforms?
Yeah. So to answer your question in a simple way, Airbnb is like Uber. Even though there is Lyft, you know, Airbnb is like Uber. You if you are trying to do transportation where you want to connect with people, like all this, like you know all this app for to connect people, there's no way you have to include Uber. If you don't include Uber and you just want to face Lyft alone, I'm not sure you're gonna get the kind of revenue you are planning to get. That's how it is with short-term or vacation rental. You have to include Airbnb because it's the top. Even though they have their own issue going on, like a lot of people, some people are they would rather go, you know, Vrbo or Booking.com or other platform. However, Airbnb they've already built that brand. That they are like the face of you know vacation rental. So my preference it will
Vacation
still be
renter, yeah.
yeah my preference will still be Airbnb. But I operate all of them: Airbnb, Vrbo, Booking.com. Which one gives me the most volume wise? I would say Airbnb. Which one I get like per booking? Which one pays more that I've observed? Um, I've observed Vrbo pays more for me, and Bookie.com pays even more. However, it's not consistent. Vrbo and Airbnb gives you more, guests. But Booking.com, you can actually make more from Booking.com. Their guests is like, because some people come from foreign countries or um, even in the US, but because Booking.com is kind of connect with the airline, you kind of connect with Expedia and all those, hotel um, management company and all that. So you when people are traveling and they are booking their room with the flight and everything, majority, I don't know if I should say majority, but some of them, they they don't they don't look at the price too much. Like they don't critically look at the price. They are some of them are just they want to make sure it's a good place and it's working with their budget. As long as it's working with their budget, they'll go ahead and book it. Especially people that are coming from out of the country and they like the house, they just go for it. So I've seen people from Booking.com paying almost times two of what the folks in Airbnb or Vrbo will pay. Of course, everyone will have his or her own different experience, but based on what I've experienced, Booking.com actually paid me more than Vrbo or Airbnb. So which one is my preference? I would still say Airbnb because the software is very easy to use, very interactive, very host friendly, and also guest friendly, compared to Vrbo and Booking.com. Booking.com is very challenging because they have like different um, extranet or platform you have to log into to connect with your guests and everything. So Airbnb is still number one and it's still my favorite. Vrbo, then Booking.com. So
Sorry about this, guys. My
oh, we just have a
device
little
just it's
glitch.
just it's just dropping me off today. So yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. I think when it comes to Booking.com, the reason why they we kind of see like them paying more is because this guy have connection all over before way before booking Airbnb coming to the space, and they are well known around the world. Airbnb also is well known around the world right now. There's no, I don't think there's anywhere in the world that there's no Airbnb at this point. But just like you mentioned, Booking.com they have integrated themselves into all these airlines, and once you are looking at air flights, they will be offering you options of where to stay at the same time. So it kind of make it very easy for people to book flights and where they stay in one place. But for me as well, I would say Airbnb, not for any other reason than the system that they have. It's just so sophisticated that it's easy for you. They make sure it's user friendly, easy to
Yes.
use and all that. So yeah, I think all day any day I would take Airbnb, and the volume of guests that you get over there. I recently just have a 96, I think, yeah, 96-day booking starting the ending of the month. I just got a 12 day booking, and this is a middle term house.
Yeah.
But I just want to fill in the gap. Each time I want, I just go on Airbnb, enable it, and I get booked. This
Yep.
is another way for people to list their house. So if you are going on a vacation of 4, 5, 6 days, you can list your house on Airbnb for those days, get it rented. When you come back to your house again, and while you are away, you are making your money. So we're on top of the hour. Ibrahim, anything that we didn't touch that you would just like to drop for us? We don't want you to take the knowledge home tonight, so please give it to us.
Well, well, I mean, just like you mentioned, you are mixing Midtown with Airbnb. It's the same way. I want people to get into this vacation rental space. However, you have to be open-minded, be flexible, understand that um, it's more competitive right now. You have to, try to connect and try to get into other um, other exit strategies because everything is changing. You know, you have to make your house to be one of, top notch in that neighborhood, like, providing more amenities, make it unique, make your guests feel comfortable, and let them feel like they're getting value for what they pay for. And so that may be a little challenging because there's no host that is perfect. We are all trying to catch up and make sure our guests feel, relaxed and feeling like they are getting for what they are getting as much as what they pay for. So at the end of the day, how they feel matters a lot. So my point is, try to talk to them, see what you need to do to improve and everything. It gets some days ago told me that there was no wine cup in one of my properties just because I 100% believe that it used to be wine cup, but some guests will break it and they won't tell you, because they come and party with their kids and everything, or they have, they come with kids and the kids accidentally or whatever, they break it and they won't let you know just because they're afraid of you gonna charge them for, the damages and all that. So um, at that point, it has come back to the host, which is my company and myself. We have to provide another, wine cups and um, wine glasses and get some other things that are missing back into the property. So, Ahmed, if people want to reach out to you, because we've mentioned middle term renting, so now I'm sure they are thinking, okay, so if I want to do short term, I need to do mid term as well. You know, um, in that space, we know that's what you specialize in, and how can people reach out to you?
Yeah, you can always give me a call. My business line is 765 240 7932, and you can always DM me, official Hamed Lawal. It's my business page. It's on the screen. And anytime you drop any comment on the YouTube channel as well, I always go back and respond to people that drop comments on there. And guys, we have a goal of reaching 100 subscriber on our YouTube channel by the end of the year. We are just 26, 26. That is very far from
Yeah,
the goal.
guys, you
So
guys can do better than that. You can do
yeah,
better. We've been doing
please
this for a while.
go.
We don't charge. It's
Yeah,
free. It's
go on
free.
there and subscribe. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. That will be, you know, we greatly appreciate that help
Yeah.
from you guys. And yeah, we look forward to see you next week. Yeah, Ibrahim, if anybody wants to reach out to you, where can they
Oh, very
get to
easy. Go to IB Realtors. It's on the screen there. Go to my DMs, send me a message, anything concerning real estate. I'll be more than happy to assist. Give me a call, 317-728-0213. Um,
you? Absolutely.
all right, guys. You know what I do. I'm a real estate agent. Just give me a call. We'll make it happen.
100%. You hear that? You want to buy a house, sell your house, even if you want to buy, investment property, is always open for that. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.